What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. For those of you who did not watch my video yesterday, definitely check it out. This is the PMQ event that I was a panel speaker. It is a very short 2 minutes, 17-second video where I share about what the event is about and also featuring how the event is supporting local fashion designer. So for those of you who are watching this video, I think you are being captivated by the title of the video, which is Gangster All Star. And actually, to be honest, this project is going to finish its auction in an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm not really going to talk about the project in terms of what it is about. But basically, this is the project. It is a profile picture project with 7,777 gangsters. But the reason why I wanted to do this review is that I do want to share something as someone who has been here for like a year or more in the NFT space and seen a lot of projects meet a success and fail. In the past, I do individual videos featuring different projects, especially NFT projects, because those are the videos that really helps you get the click because of the keywords, right? Usually when people see this, they'll be like, oh, Gangster All Star, let me go to YouTube and search it. And then, you have influencers talking about a project, oh, huge potential, blah, 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 blah. I've done that in the past as well. I've covered projects way in the past, way earlier than anyone. I covered Memeland. I think I was the first YouTube channel to cover Memeland back then. I was also the first YouTube channel to cover Me6 a while back. But one of the biggest problem is that a lot of projects, yes, the website, they will show you the best side of them. They will share with you really, a lot of great promises, right? But always what I've noticed that a lot of project fails to deliver at times, and there's a lot of reasons why it could fail, right? It could fail because maybe the team got greedy, right? It could fail because of internal communication. So a lot of these YouTube videos, in the end, to me, what I thought is that a lot of these project reviews felt like a self-fulfilling hypothesis. Basically what it means, and as someone who works in marketing, I totally understand all the psychology behind that. And basically what it means is that you search a video with the title, oh, price predictions, oh, blah, 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 to kind of help fulfill your beliefs in a project, right? For example, oh, I want to look at this project. I want to see if the floor price will go up, or I want to reinforce, or sometimes after buying a cryptocurrency or buying an NFT, then you go do your research, right? Usually that happens. But the reason why I want to cover this project is that, as we all know, now we are in a bear market. And by the way, guys, if you do not like these heartfelt sharing, feel free to not subscribe. There's a reason why in my channel, I do not have a lot of subscribers. I'm not those channels that cover projects, make a living by doing that. I started my channel because I want to educate people. I want to tell people about the space, and it started out kind of like a blog to share my experience. And this is one of the experience which I think I really want to share. It is for developers. It is for people in this space. Every time when I see a profile picture project, what I do see is someone trying to create a brand, right? You are trying to create an IP. But because of the gas fees and because of their barrier to entry, the people who are minting your NFTs are actually doing a lot of effort, right? They're spending a lot of effort to support you. And a lot of projects, especially in the bear market, they don't, and especially a while back where you have a lot of meme projects, they do not really focus on the minting experience, right? They didn't really, have any thought in the maintenance experience. It's just like go to the website, connect your wallet, and then then you basically just press mint and then you get the NFT and that's it. There's no anticipation, but you have a bunch of people on Discord saying that, oh, LFG, that type of stuff, but you aren't really creating that hype or anticipation. But recently, Gangster All Star did something that checked the box that I do want to talk about. But I won't talk about the details. I do want to say that the art is actually quite lit in my own opinion. The artist himself has 23,000 followers in Twitter. The development is actually, the lead dev is by Inuarashi. Interestingly, for some reason, he was following me and he commented on my post, and therefore I decided to do this. I want to say that the reason why I want to cover this project is that, okay, I'm not going to go through who the artist is, how many followers he has, blah, blah, price prediction, right? This is actually the website. And I want to go through with you why I like teams that spend time on the website. Look at the animation, right? And then if you listen to the audio, like you have, right? It gives you that excitement, right? It gives you that excitement. And if you look at the art and then if you scroll down, it is a nicely made website. And you can see whether the team has, paid effort into this. Because when you look at the website, right? So this is about the team, blah blah, pretty much profile pic, blah blah. But if you look at this, the roadmap, what they did is that they made the whole experience unique. It is a brand experience. So now you see a car. So what happened is that as you scroll this, the car moves and then it basically shares with you what the project wants to do. Okay, so you do see a lot of heart and soul being put into this project, which makes it unique, right? A lot of projects, the roadmap is just like a table, that's it, right? And if you look at this, they have a story, and then with the story, they have something like a proven concept, right? They want to be like a comic IP brand related to gangsters and stuff like that, and a catchy name, gas, especially in this space, crypto, gas, transaction fee. And they also have this, and there are other projects that have done a comics before, but I do think that these comics are actually quite nice in my opinion. And one of the really amazing thing is the mint experience. So as you all know, Inu Arashi is the guy who worked on Anonymous Mice, right? So it was the on-chain project. He's kind of like a legendary developer. He's done threads about how some of the projects fail and stuff like that. He knows what he's saying. So this is the main process, and they decided to come up with a new mechanism called ERC721G. Okay, so it is a bid mechanism. For those of you who do not have whitelist or anything, what you do is that you bid. Okay, you bid how much ETH that you want to buy this. Okay, and then it will, I won't go to detail how it works. Okay, but it is an innovative mechanism. If you're interested, definitely check it out. This auction is ending in 1 hour and 26 minutes. I'm not telling you to buy, not financial advice or anything. I just want to show you why I think I appreciate what they have done. So what happened is that if you're on the mint side, when you press mint, this is what happens. Okay, and I just think that this whole experience is just amazing, and I have to listen to this with you as well. Let me make sure that the audio is working. Okay, so once you press mint, once you connect your website, this is basically what happens, right? You press connect wallet. It will prompt your MetaMask. Okay, I'm now doing connecting on my other browser. So, and then you press connect, and then this is what happens. You see this, guys? Look, this is only a small aspect of a project, right? This is only the mint page, but it is so captivating in a sense that once you connect your wallet, the casino basically opens bit by bit, right? And then when I was first here, I didn't know what to do. I was clicking around. I didn't know what is happening. But basically what happened is that you scroll down. I did a bit of 0.2 ETH, so there's a chance that if it ends, and I could basically buy this for 0.2 ETH for one. And then they airdrop it to you, and also they will give you a soulbound token if you participate in this thing. But all I wanted to say is that once you bid this, so basically what happened is that you commit a ETH, right? So I commit 0.2 ETH, so it is given to the wallet, right? And I did win. It will deduct it and refund me the remaining current price, right? So basically, it is the price of 0.2 minus 0.167, and that will be the refund. And I will actually mint this for 0.167. They will airdrop you the NFT, the profile picture, and also the soulbound token. But what I wanted to say that once you bid this, right, this thing will turn into like bling bling bling. You won a lucky draw. You won the raffle or something like that, right? So what I wanted to say that even though this is just a mint page, right? The attention to detail that you put into the experience, right? And also, guys, if you are building an IP, right, you got to understand you're fighting against centralized IP. You're fighting against with IPs like Disney or like really big IPs, especially in the Web3 space, especially when these NFTs are not cheap at all. So you have to craft an experience that makes people enjoy the minting process. So that's why I wanted to spend so much time covering this project, because I think that this minting process is pretty amazing. The whole experience it brings you into this, and the quality is just amazing, even though it's just like a video, right? So guys, that's it. That's what I'm gonna talk about this project. Interestingly, at the same time, thanks to my dialogue with Inuyasha, Pit.eve, and also Tayok started following me. Thank you to these legends for following me in this space. I will continue doing my content. Anyways, Actually, on Nansen, Gangster All Star is one of the hot DeFi contracts. So it is saying something. So I'm actually looking forward to see how this project will turn out. So without further ado, let us go to our daily schedule to look at the market. I think right now ETH is still like on a 4 hours time frame, kind of trending upwards. A lot of supports here. Didn't really break it yet, but it was trying to break like 1,000 600-ish during the weekend. Didn't happen. Okay, it was pushed back down very heavily. But we have a lot of things in September, and I will be covering that. But I think one of the biggest news today, and the market is kind of nervous today, and also UK's next prime minister is due to be announced, is that the Russia halted the gas supply to Europe. Okay, so they were saying that there was a malfunctioning turbine. In the past, there weren't any malfunctioning, but recently there seems to be a lot of malfunctioning, and that kind of tanked the Europe price, right? So if you look at the Dixie, right, the Dixie is something that we actually have been covering for some time, which is the US dollar strength. The Dixie has been going up. Usually when the Dixie goes up, Nasdaq goes down, S&P goes down. But the Dixie is actually a composite of a lot of maybe stocks and also euro, right? Like other foreign currency. So if the Dixie goes up, it basically means that the US dollar is in strength. So to a certain extent, some people are trading according to the Dixie, and and if the Europe is individually sliding down because of the energy crisis in Europe, there's a chance that this could go further up, right? Because it is a relative thing, so that's something that you should be careful as well. But this is definitely one of the biggest traditional news today that has been shaking the market. And also the reason for that, a lot of these hiccups is because this G7 was actually trying to put a price cap on Russian energy. That's why it's just a whole mess, right? So these are some macro stuff that you gotta know. So without drawing too much time, if you look at this, the total global crypto market cap is 971.91 billion, a 0.35% decrease. Bitcoin is now at 19,695. We haven't reclaimed the 20,000. So Ethereum is at 1,562. We still haven't reclaimed that 1,600 range. If we do, and if we could sustain that, it could be good. Okay. So stable coins went down. So total global total market cap reduced basically because if stable coins goes up, it basically means that people are moving to stables, right? But now if it is an overall market reduction, right? Market definitely makes a sea of green and red. If we look at the total crypto market cap sideways, and then if you look at Bitcoin dominance, 39.68. This is actually quite low. The dominance. Ethereum is just on the tail, guys. Ethereum is just on the tail, 20%, right? So people will say, oh, will there be a flipping? Still some time. But definitely with the ETH merge and stuff like that, is there a chance that ETH may not trade in correlation with Bitcoin? It'll be interesting to see that, right? So going to traditional crypto news, interesting news. LG Electronics launches new NFT marketplace, LG Art Lab. For those of you who've been watching my content, you'll know that LG were getting some sort of trademark for creating a TV platform where you can buy and sell NFTs. So I think this is one of the move in there. DeFi project Light of Finance rose 20% ahead, ahead of the Ethereum merge. So the merge is actually coming next week, guys. So this is very exciting. UK agency wants crypto exchange to report any sanction breaches. Very hard to do, to be honest, I think, because a lot of sanction basically means that, hey, if they're sanctioning Iran, if they're sanctioning Russia, these exchanges will have to report it. But how can you do that, right? How can you know that these wallets are from Russia or something like that? Especially you have Iran accepting foreign exchange using crypto, and also Russia sort of accepting Bitcoin or something like that a while back. So it is going to be difficult. But it is doable, right? But it's gonna cost more regulation, and also would that mean more censorship, and would that affect crypto in general because of the issue of censorship and decentralization? Like, because when you had Tornado Cash for ETH 2.0, I mean not ETH 2.0, when the Tornado Cash ban happens, it did cause some noise within the ETH community. So owner of Merkle Bitcoin 2 TM got undergo second round of layoffs. So market's not good, lots of layoffs. Interestingly, one of the news here, FTX, the hot ETH deposit and withdrawal on Arbitrum, blah, blah. Interestingly, today, Sam Bankman-Fried called out to Cointelegraph saying that they are spreading some sort of miscommunication, like how actually FTX is not suspending trading, but then Cointelegraph in the previous article talked about it, and it was interesting that Sam Bankman-Fried called them out. So that's pretty much the traditional news really. Look, Bank of Russia agrees to legalize crypto for cross-border payment, right? Which is what I was saying. And then now you have the UK talking about the censorships and stuff like that. So it is gonna be a very interesting macro and geopolitical play in general. Okay, so let us go to NFT news. Okay, LFG news. I see. August a big month for Pudgy Penguins. Yes, we talk about it on a daily basis. A lot of achievements coming up with the book, coming up with the stuffed toys and stuff like that. FIFA has announced that it will launch an NFT platform called FIFA Plus, which I think is very similar to the NBA Top Shot that was on the Flow blockchain, but this one is gonna be on the Algorand blockchain, which is quite interesting. Potatoes evolved to stage 2. If you see my content, you will have noticed that I went to Times Square here in Hong Kong, took a photo with my potato. It's really interesting to see how these decentralized IP, well, 9K is actually a Web2 IP, but it's really interesting to see how NFTs or kind of slash web 2.5 IPs are being featured in the mainstream. But I think when I went there, the exhibition wasn't really that full because let me show you, right? So what happened is that I went to the exhibition. It wasn't really that full in my own opinion. But then so here it is. Okay, my potato, and this is how it looks like. Okay, I think early on it was quite full, but when I went, it wasn't full. But at the same time, you actually have Disneyland in the entrance of Times Square doing like an alien installation where you have tons of people. So I do think that it takes time for us to really get mass adoption and to really let people understand and appreciate the beauty of a Web3 decentralized IP, right? Because, it's easy for a Web2 brand to really establish their presence with the years of history. But it is quite, I think people in Web3 should be proud of themselves being able to build a lot of brands like, Bored Apes, Suki, and a lot of these CryptoPunk brands, and also to have a lot of community support and mainstream visibility. I won't say adoption. We're not there yet, right? But a lot of visibility, and it will be interesting to see how these brands can sustain and also really employ people from Web2 brands to use Web2 ways to reach the masses, because it will only become a echo chamber if we do not do something about mass adoption, if we do not do education. And that's the reason why I'm so passionate about creating content. Because when I was at Fabrix, right, one of the creator came up to me and say, hey Tim, thank you for sharing digital fashion, and also to the local fashion designers. A lot of feedback was saying that you help clear the misconception. Because a lot of the mainstream media and also educators are saying that, or YouTube channels in general are saying that, how you can make money. Here's the way to make a quick buck. Like, if you want to make money, you could go gamble or, do other type of stuff, not financial advice though. But Web3 is really not about that. It is about the community. It is about meeting different people. A lot of really talented people who's trying to chase the dreams. A lot of these decentralized IPs are being created by founders and artists that want to explore a new medium and also use a new medium to raise capital to help them actualize dreams where the boss wouldn't allow them to do. So I think that's the beauty of Web3, and that's one of the reasons why I do these content on a daily basis, regardless if anyone watches or not. And as an NFT trader, or as an NFT collector, or as someone in this space who got attracted by the headlines of this video, and coming to here and listening to me rant, I hope you understand that besides the price actions and fluctuations, there is a deeper meaning to this, right? There is a deeper meaning to this, and that's why so many people are allured to this space. Okay. Going back to NFT news, an AI-generated picture was awarded first place in the digital art photography category, and then the owner was not upset, right? He's not sorry for what he's done, which is actually really interesting. I do really want to find someone from Midjourney. I did try to approach them. They didn't respond to me to really discuss about copyright ownership and also licenses when it comes to AI art, and also whether AI art should be regarded as art, and also how people are selling it, right? I mean, I can do AI art as well, but I'm not selling them as well. But I do see a lot of NFT artists are using AI art. It is two-sided, right? You have some people who might not be, like, I've seen people who are struggling, who might have some, physical or some mental, like, not, I won't say, physical or psychological hindrances to stop them from doing the art in the traditional sense, but AI art is able to really help them. So there is two sides to the picture, which is actually really interesting. So yeah, another interesting news, a hacker drained 185 100,000 worth of ETH from Bill Murray's wallet following his charity auction. So Bill Murray was trying to sell NFT to raise money for charity, and this hacker just stole it, right? And then you have the team that helped him create NFT to kind of move other NFT so it's not fully stolen. But it is very weird how the NFT wallet is compromised. And why isn't this on maybe a general safe wallet or something like that? Yeah, Webproof Finder launched an NFT project which was then exploited. Ironically, the team is offering audit for project for smart contracts, right? So yeah, guys, this is the news for today. Hope you enjoyed this new beginning, and hope we have a great week ahead of us. And this is actually, if you think about it, the last week where we have proof of work Ethereum chain, right? So this is your host Non-Fungible TC signing out.